Welcome to Sponsored by Nobody. This week, sponsored by Vacations. It causes chaos. It is March 2024, and we are playing Mistborn, Rebels Without a Cause, Episode 20. I am Ian, the narrator, and we have X playing Y today.
I'm Austin, and I'll be playing the half-Ska slave Fox.
I'm Dylan, and I will be playing the spy master Ada.
I'm Peter, playing Salazar, the noble Mistborn.
And I'm Taylor, playing Titan, Mistborn Archer.
Excellent. What happened last time, everybody?
Book plot happened.
Yeah, the book really forced my hand on that one.
I mean, it's your game. Do whatever we want with it.
I was supposed to yes, the how old year old book series?
Yeah, I can't, I have no control over books. I wish I did, but no. You guys had been doing a bunch of things, and dominoes kind of went into effect, and it kind of just worked out to do it. It was anticlimactic, I agree, but it was always going to be anticlimactic, and I think this session will be much more climactic. I think this will be a better ending than you guys actually fighting the Lord Ruler instead. Because you guys fighting the Lord Ruler wouldn't have been that exciting, because it would have been like, we're the good guys, we're going to kill you. Whereas the ending I have planned is going to be much more exciting, I hope.
We're the bad guys when I kill you.
Yeah. We ended last session with you guys hearing like a pulse, a pull, a drive, some kind of force is calling you. That voice that whispers to you is shouting in your head to like go towards the palace, the Lord Ruler's seat of power, and to find something there. There's power there. It's yours. It could be yours.
Dibs.
Damn it. Every time. Okay, I guess I'll just go pewter push something. Kicks the dirt.
I guess we'll have to pick another tyrant and kill them, whatever.
Oh no, Titan's a tyrant.
They're on to me.
Who would have seen that coming?
Quick, he's consolidating his power.
Excellent.
How to distribute it.
So, I know everything's in chaos and disarray, and but we're on the low tier. In bossing, say we're in the dirty tier, right? That's where our home is.
Currently, yeah.
I can't imagine the guards are that disarray raid that we can just waltz right up to Lord Ruler's palace.
Who do the guards answer to now?
Yes, yeah, that's the thing.
That is exactly it. You guys can scope out the Lord Ruler's palace, and there's really not many guards.
This is the part of Bossing Say where the Earth Queen gets killed and everybody storms the palace to loot it.
Oh, so it's easy to get there, whether or not it's going to be easy to get inside.
Guys, this is the moment where all the guards tour in the ward and go and take everything for the treasury, because, hey, it's going to stop them.
Yeah.
How did our friendly family do with the whole chaos?
Which friendly family?
The ones we gave the plates to?
Yeah.
Oh, do you mean the cousins of the dead PC?
Yeah.
The house that you gave the plates to is currently
Malik's house.
They're currently part of the smaller faction.
Okay.
So House Venture is currently in control of most of the city, and they're part of they sided with the rebellion. The rebellion's leader, whose name is Vin, she's a Mistborn, and she was the one who killed the Lord Ruler. She's basically married Elend, and they're claiming to be, the new king and queen of the city. Although They are trying to create some levels of democracy, which is kind of cool. They have started asking people to come forward and be like representatives for their neighborhood, and then they're using that to kind of start a like rudimentary democracy system. It's kind of cool. The other encampment in the city is House Hastings, House Arakel, and House Arakeller, and they are keeping most things the way it used to be, and they also have the majority of the obligators and inquisitors. However,
That sucks.
fun fact, a lot of the inquisitors left the city as soon as the Lord Ruler died.
But no one lives outside the city.
There are some places outside the city that are interesting, but we never discussed or discovered that, so that's okay.
So I guess we go. If it's not hard to get to the palace, do we do a scope?
Yeah, you guys can scope it out.
Can we buy intel from people?
Let's just go there before things change, I guess.
Yeah, just honestly, just go in there. You guys are able to very easily see there's very few guards around the palace. There's very few things going on, and yeah, it's pretty empty. Most people are avoiding it just out of kind of like that eerie feeling. It's, you know how some people just walk around graveyards because they don't want to walk through a graveyard? Kind of a vibe like that. It's just there's something weird about the palace and the fact that the Lord Ruler, who was a deity, an all-powerful deity, and like killed anyone who stood in his way, and now he's dead, and this place still reminds people too much of him.
Yeah, we know how people get with the houses of dead gods.
Yeah.
Time to rob a temple.
Woo! Temple
Spooky
robbing.
dead temple. It's technically okay.
Because we're part of this culture. We're robbing ourselves. That's fine, guys.
It's like,
We're just moving it.
Not no.
Doing a French Revolution.
That's whoa.
Seize Notre Dame and turn into some parts of science.
As the British would say, it's safer with us.
That's, oh boy. Yeah, you guys. Yeah, there's lots of random doors all around the palace, and there's windows and all sorts of things. However you want to get in, you can get in. What's your game plan?
Might as well go to the back door and draw attention that we're starting to loot this place, not to give other people ideas.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I feel like we're not really like Aang and the gang, just like booting down the door. Don't need to be seen by everybody.
Tempting, but yeah, then doesn't encourage other people to go in, and we don't want to share.
Yep. That's fair. That is fair. Perfect. Then, yeah, you guys can go through the back door. There's, maze of hallways that you guys can kind of divide this way or that way, and slowly you kind of, there's that ever-present pulsing in your head, that pull, that just something's calling you, something's urging you forward, that whisper of there's power, it's there.
Yeah. We follow that. We do whatever the spike says, and yeah.
Excellent.
I feel like we've all committed to like, yeah, Spike Daddy, tell me what to do.
We're pressing A on this conversation as fast as we can, just to skip through this and get a question mark.
I love it. You guys make it to a room, and it's a fairly large room and a big open area, and inside is a little, for lack of better words, it's almost like a little tent, like almost a traveling tent that someone would put up as a temporary lodging inside of the center of this room. However, the tent it's too pristine, it's too clean, and it's too well put together for it to have been here recently. Like, this is something the Lord Ruler must have put up. You're not...
Oh, he camped his own palace.
Yeah.
He's an outdoorsman.
Yeah.
An indoor kid that wants to have an adventure.
Can I burn tin to like last time being able to like see through it?
You can't see through walls with tin. No.
Well, didn't we do that when we were taking the plates? I was able to see.
There was a very small crack in the door.
No, you were able to hear. You heard through the door.
Oh, I heard through the door. Okay.
You can't see through doors. You can hear through things, but you can't.
So
see.
I guess going to go inside the tent and see what's in there.
Opening the tent flap, you immediately stumble upon it's Vin and her I guess steward, Sazid.
Okay.
Tall gentleman with metal bands all over his body. You would recognize him as a a keeper, but that's not the word you would know him as. They're like the very... What? Sorry?
The Undertaker.
No. They're the very like high-end noble servants. Like only the very rich nobles can have these type of servants. But yeah, he's one of them, and you see Vin and him are inside of the tent, and they kind of turn, and they're confused. Vin turns, yes? What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Yeah. What is going on? Like, what is the situation?
We're here I'm here trying to help Elend retake the city, and there's something in the Lord Ruler's palace that I think can help us. Maybe some notes, some info. Yeah.
What's with the metal bands?
Says it just kind of looks at you. He's like, these are, part of my culture. It's like, it's bracelets and rings and earrings and yeah.
Oh, is he one of those like metal imbuer people?
Yes, he is.
That makes sense. A ferrochemist?
Ferrochemist, that's the word. Thank you. Yeah, he can use metal as if it's a battery, basically.
That's nice, but wouldn't we still be able to steel push into the wall with those things?
Need a motherfucker.
Up, down, up, down.
Yes, you technically can. However, it is weaker because it's part of his anything like actually in his body, which rings, bracelets, not as much, but rings, earrings, that kind of stuff technically counts as being part of his body. So you can't steel push that, but bracelets you could steel push slightly. However, because of the closeness to his body, it'd be a little bit tricky. But you could steel push it, yes.
So all the steel pushers in our group activate at the same time.
These are literally the leaders of the rebellion.
No, I'm just.
Were.
Oh boy.
Why are you camping out in the middle of a castle? Like, there not rooms, furnishings, fireplaces?
This place has like 50 bedrooms.
Cesar turns to you, and he looks and goes, "This was the Lord Ruler's innermost chamber. He used this as like a meditation room, I guess.
Okay.
Sus.
They're kind of
meditating in a
still,
tent.
yeah, they're
Yeah, I
kind
was
of
like,
still looking at you. They're you
I
see them
decided
like
to fuck in it.
you see them like moving some papers and like just kind of gathering their things, eyeing you a little bit, like just. And what are you all doing here?
Well, they said it was a meditation room, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to probably become very aware of the thumping in my head.
Yeah, you do.
What's it telling me?
It's pulling you somewhere in this large room, not necessarily this tent, but somewhere within this large room must be what's calling you, because it's never been this strong or loud.
I activate 10 to increase my senses to hone in on where it's coming from.
Okay. Yeah, you hear again, it's somewhere in this room. You're not quite, you can't pinpoint it, but it's somewhere close.
Okay. Are there any markings in this room? Some kind of pattern or something?
There's a bunch of different patterns and markings all over the walls.
I solved the puzzle.
Again, Vin and her guard Sazed kind of look at you guys and again, you still haven't answered why you're here.
Well, we're also here to solve the mystery of Lord Ruler's power and what have you. So we still need to stop the Colas, right?
Yes.
Like, we're the rebellion. We're here to help.
They kind of eye each other and look at you. Okay. That is, yeah. It would be nice to be able to stop the Colas. That is definitely a threat to the city. But what brought you here specifically? You hear the voice in your head. She knows too much. She's a threat.
I mean, we're exploring this whole place and we heard some murmurings around, so we, checked out what's going on here.
Okay.
I know some of us can really hear things well.
They just kind of nod. Okay, well, while you're here, do you see anything? Is there anything of interest?
Ooh, a penny.
Do we see anything?
I will. Let's see. I am a. Where's my skill sheet here? If the room's all like meditaty and stuff, does like a certain chunk of the text stand out? And I'm going to use spirit.
Okay.
To roll that.
Okay, I'll say 3s.
Okay. Dice rolls. /roll. Yes. I don't think I have any traits that affect this.
No, I don't think so.
Sense for danger?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
there's a lot of danger around you right now.
Okay.
My tracker?
66. Triple fours.
There you go. Oh yeah. Yeah, studying the walls and studying the area and between,
relying on fate and luck.
Ada meditating and thinking and like kind of pointing where Ada hears different things, and Titan is listening and pointing as well, and you all of you working together, you kind of find one area. There's again, you're a what are the metals that you can use, folks?
I can use pewter and zinc.
Pewter and zinc. Okay. Yeah, you kind of look around and you like reading the walls. There's different passages, and one of the passages is a little stranger than others. And getting the others around you, those who can push or pull metals, if you burn, there's metal behind the wall that could be pushed or pulled, almost like a lever, it seems.
How did that Mistborn not sense that in here?
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, I think my first idea was like, oh, okay, there's always something hidden below the floor, so you just pull it and activate it. But
Yep.
Leader of the rebellion.
Whoa, she's got a lot on her mind. Thank you very much.
Bum chiki wow wow. Okay, I guess I'll burn my steel. It's 999 to push the thing there slowly, gently.
Yeah, you push it and you hear like a click, and the part of the wall slides open and reveals a staircase going down.
Do I hear anything down the stairwell with my tin burning?
No.
You see the cellar going down.
It curves.
Yeah. You guys all can go down the stairs. Vin and Sazed will hurry to stay with you.
Close the door behind them.
I was like they should go first.
Yeah, no, they go first if you want them to go first.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's
more leaders. I choose life.
Yeah, we need to protect them, right? They're the important people.
Yeah, Vin and Sazed will go down the stairs first. And when they get to the bottom, you just hear like an audible gasp.
I will then start burning pewter. That's a good trigger. I like that.
Excellent. You guys get to the bottom.
Oh.
And it's a stone room that's been carved out from what must have been some kind of an ancient cave. And there's odd shelves on the wall with plates, small plates that have a single, almost like a BB gun bullet, like a BB, like a pellet sitting on the center of the plates. Some plates are empty, some have these little pellets on them. And in the center of the room is, flush with the floor line, a almost like glowing liquid that sort of ripples and pulses every now and then. And you just hear Sazed and Vin, it's the Well of Ascension. It's the prophecy. This is where the hero of ages is supposed to give up the power so that he can save all the world. The Lord Ruler took it for himself, and that's why he was corrupt and evil. But now, prophecy says you must give up the power and let the people rule themselves.
Is it liquid metal?
It is not liquid metal, no.
Dang.
Yeah.
Can't burn that.
But like, who are they talking to? Like, she's a Mistborn, he's a whatever, the ferochemist. We're a bunch of weirdos and Mistborns. We're not the hero, nor the Lord Ruler, so whose power has to be given up?
There is one hero among us, the one that slayed the Lord Ruler, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's only her.
Yep.
Exactly.
Is it that awkward moment where like everyone's eyes slowly just drift over to hers?
Everyone's eyes slowly drift over. We take out our obsidian daggers.
It's like, so yeah.
Only one hero is supposed to, like, you killed the Lord Ruler, and the hero is supposed to give the power up. Therefore, only one among us is not viable to consume the power.
Yeah,
that's the way I'm looking at it.
The in front of you, and all of you know this intrinsically, like deep in your souls. That well in front of you of liquid is pure power. Like, if you drank that power, you would be as strong, if not stronger, than the Lord Ruler himself at his prime. Like,
Dang.
But it turns you evil.
Yeah. World-shaping
No.
power.
What is evil?
Yeah, Vin and Sazed are kind of just like standing there in awe and like kind of not sure what to do next. They're kind of looking at you and they're not sure what you guys are going to do next either. So, yeah.
So Vin, I heard you were up to some pretty heroic things recently.
Definitely checking some boxes there.
She's like, yes?
Well,
You feeling thirsty?
What else do you think this prophecy is all about?
You want me to go and give up the power?
I mean, if you have any, I guess. You have the power to kill the Lord Ruler. Now, start looking at the place. Does any one of them look like ATM?
Any of the little pellets?
Yeah, because I think it's like sort of repository of metals.
Can I burn one of my atium and drink and see myself drinking it to see what happens, but not actually drink it? You know what I mean?
You can try, yeah. I'm going to do Peter first here, though.
Okay.
Peter, none of the metals look like ATM. However, as a metal, you're a metal worker. No, metal mixer. That
I guess sure.
Yeah.
He's an alloyist.
Alloy master. You sell metals. That's your
other characters.
Okay. Sorry, the other character.
He's the person that's looking to discover the secret of allomancy.
Oh yes. Sorry. But either way, you've dealt with metals for a while now, and you as a Mistborn. None of these metals, you've never seen a metal like this before. This is a wholly new metal. And again, all of the little pellets are perfectly centered in these little plates on rows. And there's about, maybe 3 dozen, and maybe about just shy of a dozen are missing.
I guess I'm going to try then.
You're going to try one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you eat it. And what metals can you bend?
I'm a Mistborn, so
you're a Mistborn, all of them. Okay. You burn it inside of you, and it burns clean, and you feel like a power kind of pulse inside of you. All of your Mistborn abilities go up by 1.
I'm doing that too.
I don't think temporarily.
Calm down.
Permanently.
Yeah, but what was it? What did he eat?
He ate a metal.
I know. But okay, I see him eat a metal. What's the thing in my head saying?
Nothing. It's gone silent.
Feeling that started eating more of it.
Just a sec.
I don't think you should eat. I think this is a trap.
We're switching back to
okay.
Me,
Titan. Yeah. You burn. You're burning ATM, and you try and see yourself drink the water. Basically,
I want to, because I want to see what the water does, and then what one of the other pellets do.
Yeah, you burning ATM in here. You all of a sudden you get your head throbs, as if you just had a massive migraine or almost like a concussion, and you're sprawled on the floor.
And that's from me glimpsing at the water?
No, you just, the second you started burning ATM, you didn't even get that far. the atium is burnt up inside of you, and you like fall down on the floor, like just absolutely almost as if you were like punched in the face, concussed. Like you like wake up and you're dazed. You're not. Yeah.
Who are you guys?
Nobody. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, sugar.
Eat this pill, it'll make you better.
You're gonna be just fine.
Ada and Falks, what are you? I'll come back to. I'll come back to Cellar in a second. But yeah, Ada and Falks, what are you up to?
My teammates are looking less controlled than they have been this entire time. They've basically they've chosen their moment and they've snapped.
Everyone's
one dude just
villain
popped
face.
adium without saying anything to the rest of the group, and the other one is starting to eat random, obviously very like special, almost holy, I would consider, metals by their placement. So yeah, so what do I do?
Something's nagging at the back of my mind.
This is about to get so real, and it's like, do I try to help? Yeah, I should probably. The correct human option here is that I help. It's Titan, right?
Titan.
Yeah, so Titan just got absolutely floored from eating atium, and I want to get whatever information I can get out of that, right? Because at this point, I'm just like, I've never seen that happen before. So yeah. I'm going to help Titan back to his feet and like give him a drink from my bottle of chronic alcoholism.
Excellent. Yeah, Titan, you're able to get back up to your feet. You guys are kind of you're a little wobbly, Titan, but you're starting to like that like throbbing in your head from like concussion, not the throbbing in your head from the spike, different throbbing. But that like concussion throbbing is starting to go away.
Oh, good.
Falks.
So I'm like standing here, like looking between like the pool of super water and like this, holy metal weird stuff. What is it, like gray and ugly?
The metal on the plates?
Yeah.
No, it's like a color. It's. I'm not gonna say it's bismuth colored, but it's not. It's like a white bismuth almost.
I feel like, isn't there supposed to be like? I'm racking my brain with a legend, with like what the legends say about stuff like good.
You want to rack your brain around the legend?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me a. What would this be? This would be a. Like a wits check? Yeah, wits.
Yeah, wits.
I mean, you could use spirit if you want.
I really do. I boosted my wits. I'm a smarter person. I'm not there yet.
That's fair.
But I do know legends and lore. Because the Scar are nothing if not
paranoid.
I feel like, brainwashed by prophecy, but,
Servile?
Yeah.
Hope driven. Nothing's hopier than a good.
Superstitious.
Yeah. I don't think any of my perks work for this.
I'm going to call it a difficulty of 2. And then with each passing difficulty, I'll give you more and more information.
So it's only 5d6 because I don't think any of my perks work here.
Yep.
Aww.
Aww.
I got a 6.
The only thing you remember about Legends is that the Hero of Ages is supposed to give up the power. The hero should not keep the power. That's all that Legend tells.
So does Vin say anything?
Yeah, Vin's like looking at you guys and she's like, "What are you all doing?" Like, she's like, "Are you okay?" Looks at Titan and she's like, "Why are you eating that? You don't know what that is. What are..."
And that's why I'm checking what it does. You know, how else would you figure out what the metal does?
Ooh, piece of candy.
I mean, welcome to being Mistborn. This is what we do.
Vin's like, "That's not... what if... says it's like, we should really be documenting this stuff and like checking it before we do anything serious here."
As he says that, I grab one of the pellets and put it in my mouth.
Swallows another one as well.
What was that?
Oh my god.
Actually, so might as well grab a couple.
I have a feeling this is a really bad idea. Like the voice.
Yeah. Titan, if you swallow a pellet, yeah, you get +1 to all your Mistborn stats. Stellar, if you swallow 3 of them, so you get +3 to all of your Mistborn stats.
Here.
I grab 6 more.
Because
That's all to 10, might as well.
Didn't our
Hold
spikes give us free abilities? I feel like this is a bad idea. If the pool lets us give away our power, and these just freely boost it, this feels like a bad idea.
This isn't a pool. This is fine. This is kosher.
I don't. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Well, I don't know about you, but I feel like I'm literally watching arcane monsters grow out of the skins of my friends. I'm watching them be reborn into gods who in moments will forget how important I am to them, if I ever was at all.
But also like that moment
You know what's going on in our heads.
But also like that moment from Spirited Away where the humans just start turning into pigs.
Yeah.
They just devour what can only be considered some holy or unholy thing.
The problem here is that I was planning to have like a nice peaceful negotiation about what we do with the pool, and now I'm sitting here in front of someone who, by my rough estimate, probably has somewhere in like the 8 power range in every metal, and that he may not listen to me anymore.
I was going to say, well, I just ate 6, so I'm at 10.
No, hold up. You ate 1. You ate 1. You ate 1. Peter has eaten 4.
Okay. I said I grabbed 6 more, but
I know we're not there yet. We're not there yet.
Okay. I'll slow down. Slow down.
Hold your tater tots for a second. No, you guys like mow a bunch more of the metals. Falx and Ada, you're sitting in shock, I take it?
Yeah, I'm like,
because they're not saying what they're doing. They just start eating.
Yeah.
For all you know, you have no idea what this is doing to them. They're just eating.
Sidling closer to the hero and the keeper guy.
Yeah, we're just gonna slowly fall in line with Vin here because we're mortals and this is terrifying.
This is not good. Like that one passed out, then proceeded to start eating metal.
As you guys like go to reach for another, Vin uses steel pushing and pushes all of the plates and metals like out of your reach into like the far wall, basically. And she's like, "Wait, what are you doing? Stop!
What are you doing?"
I'm stopping you.
Why?
Because we don't know what that does. Bro, you are eating a bunch of metal and refusing to stop, not answering our questions. Like, you're being completely unreasonable here. Why don't you calm down and at least tell us why you're devouring them like a man who's lost his mind?
Things were less creepy when we had voices in our heads.
Vin looks at you when you say that.
You're being hella sus right now.
Vin can calm down. Vin needs to chill. We're not the ones snacking on like the popcorn kernels over here.
Zeller, Titan, do you have any rebuttal to Ada and Falx?
I feel a sense of my strength growing as I consume it.
Yeah, it's also power metal.
Damn
it. Vin's like, all the more reason to not eat it then? Like, let's wait. See? Like, think about it.
Think about what?
Well, we're supposed to give up the power, right?
The hero singular of legends is supposed to give up power. Do we look like heroes?
Not anymore.
Do we ever look like heroes?
All right. I pick up one of the medals and I walk over to the water and I drop it into the water to see what happens.
The medal. The medal.
Science.
For science.
Ever heard of sodium?
It says give up the power. So I'm assuming that's what it's referring to. Like, these give power, so the water takes it, right?
You drop one of the metals into the liquid, and it just kind of goes bloop, and it sinks to the bottom. You can't follow it, but you assume it sinks to the bottom.
Oh, thank God. I let out a breath. Oh, thank God.
Vin's like freaking out. She's like, what are you doing? Stop just doing things.
I had a hypothesis, and I went through with it.
Says it's like, let's talk about this as a group.
Okay.
What? Okay.
What do you suggest?
Oh. Okay. All the writings say that when the Hero of Ages reaches the Well of Ascension, the Hero of Ages needs to go into the well and give up the power. Okay?
Okay. I look over to Vin.
Okay. And then everything will hopefully be made better.
But what about this metal stuff?
As you guys are talking, there's like mist starting to come down the stairs and like into the room a little bit.
What?
Mist.
Like the mist.
Like the mist.
Oh, no.
Mist with a capital M.
We might have company soon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Vin
There's nothing dead to eat here.
Vin starts looking like shifty when the mist starts coming in the room.
Why does Vin start looking shifty?
I don't know what you need to do here, Vin, but I highly suggest you hop your cute little butt in that pool and get it rolling, because things are getting tense here.
Yeah, kind of like.
She's like, okay, I'll do it. I'll go in and I'll give up the power. We'll save humanity. She starts walking to the pool. A figure comes out of the mist, it's ghost-like, it's see-through and like shifting in the mist. Vin steps back in shock and it stabs her in the chest and then kind of fades away back into the mist, and the mist's like clinging to the walls and to the staircase around the room.
Some Mistborn.
Wait, so mist, live by the mist, die by the mist? I don't know.
Is
so
she
she's
dead?
like bleeding out?
Or is she just stabbed?
She's stabbed. She's bleeding out.
I toss her into the water.
Jesus Christ.
No, I
She said she was going to do it anyways. Might as well help her.
Oh my God. We're going to turn the pool of ascension into the Lazarus pit.
Oh, God.
Let's go deep this. Well,
Okay, instead of me just doing that, instead of me just doing that, I say to the group, why don't we throw her into the water? There, I asked the group.
Good idea. Do it.
Yeah, let's go stand in the pool and lower her into it.
Yeah, just like Aerith, it'll be fine.
Water.
Oh my God.
While she's conscious, she can willingly give it up, and she'll succeed, and then maybe we can save her. Maybe the pool will heal her.
I asked her, do you consent to me putting you in the water?
Man's asking the important questions. I'm also like staunching her bleeding with my hands and cloak.
Yeah. Sazen's trying to like help you close the wound and like heal, heal her and help her.
Yeah, like I'm just like shoving pewter in her mouth, like come on, just drink the fucking pewter. Drink the pewter. Like emptying all my pewter vials. Like, it's so much pewter. Yeah. My God, eat it. You will heal forever. Eat the pewter for the love of God.
Sazen's like, no, don't just throw her in the water. You can't just do no.
Why not?
She's bleeding out. We need to heal her. Maybe we'll come back another time.
We don't have time. This is definitely
a needs to give up her power now.
Okay, I'm not as callous as these guys. I break it down to them. This is a mortal wound. We cannot save her in the chaos of the city right now.
Okay, she'll die a martyr, a hero,
Well, she'll right? Not die a hero unless she gets the hell in that pool.
And the pool might heal her. It's the pool of ascension. Might reward her for her sacrifice.
This is 3 against 1.
Guess we only have one hero around here. We can't, waste her.
It's not a tool.
These are people's brains.
All right,
when did Falks become the gentle parent?
Sazen will actively try to stop you guys if you try and throw her in the pool.
We're not gonna throw her. We're gonna.
Well, I'm just saying, the other two want to yeet her into the pool.
I said we place her into the pool.
Okay.
She's still conscious. She's still conscious.
And I asked for her consent to put her in the water.
Yeah, she's barely conscious. She's not fully registering what's going on. You hear her she's talking about Ellen and talking about not being worthy and all this BS hero shit. Heroes spouting nonsense when they're stabbed.
Yeah. Refusal of the call and
yeah. But yeah, no, Sazen will actively try to stop you. Whoever tries to put her in the water. If you're trying to put her in the water.
Would brass dampening emotions help her to
You're gonna try. Wait, no, is it brass or is it
brass? Yeah, brass. Dampening emotions.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. If I can help her clear her mind and the pain to actually tell us what she wants to do, would that work?
Yeah, you can try. Roll brass. I'm gonna say it's a difficulty of 4.
Okay.
As Sazen's getting in your guys' way, you see him. He goes from being a taller, skinny kind of gentleman to being a absolute no. That's double 2s, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It doesn't. She's still kind of doing her hero thing.
I helped her a little bit, but not enough.
Yeah. Sazen goes from being a skinnier, tall gentleman to he looks jacked. He almost has hulked out, and he's fully blocking anyone who tries to take Finn. And he's also kind of positioned himself so that he's kind of like checking on the mists every now and then to see if the mists do anything shifty again.
I try to talk through to him, saying, why would the mists kill her if not to stop her from going to the water? They clearly don't want her going into the water, so we should be putting her into the water.
Valid point, yes. But I think we should heal her first and then let her go into the water at full strength.
How would we heal the sword through and through? It's like she is bleeding out so fast. She does not have the time for that.
And who's to say the mist doesn't come while she's weak and try to land a fatal blow?
Guys, I had an
My
idea.
friend, a stabbing wound takes the weeks to heal, and the army's at the city's door right now.
Are there any beads left
There are beads left, yes.
of the sacred metal? I'm just going to grab one and jam it in her mouth.
Ooh.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, you do so, and you hear a sputter, and she like kind of comes to a little bit. She's like, what's going on?
Do you still want to go in the water?
Burn the pewter in your system, for the love of God.
Yeah, burn the pewter.
Yeah, no, she's definitely burning pewter.
Okay.
And the bleeding is slowing a little bit, but not crazy. She's like, yeah, okay. You want me to go in?
No, we want to know, do you want to wait till you're healed, or do you want to go in now? We can't guarantee your safety if the mist comes back again to finish the job.
She's like, okay, I'll go in. I'll do it.
Seeing as oh, God damn. So now we have to get past Mr. Hulk guy, right? Or did he hear this and he stands down?
No, he heard it. He'll move aside and let her. He'll like pick her up and kind of start moving her towards the water with you guys.
Oh, perfect.
All together now.
And you guys just kind of like lie her into the water with her head, I guess, on the steps so she doesn't drown.
Yeah, we're not aerithing her. We are not aerithing her.
I don't know, this kind of giving up her power, but whatever, but
Whoa. Oh gosh, I just hold on. Oh my god.
yes.
If she gives up her power, she no longer can burn pewter to heal herself.
Oh no.
We can give her another.
That's why it's a heroic sacrifice.
Guys, I don't think she's giving up her power. I think she's giving up the juice. She's releasing the juice.
That is a thing, yeah, sure.
Man, trust me, I'm a lady. I don't want to talk about it here, but I can get into it if you want. But also, don't ask me that.
We did feel like it was just a source of pure power.
It is a source of pure power. Yes, it is absolutely like any one of you could dip your hand into that source of pure power, and you would be stronger than the Lord Ruler.
Ergo, that is the power that needs to be given up. Right? Makes sense?
We place one of heroic decision in there. So let's see what happens.
Right? Because this looks like Jerry's instant godhood batch 1 right here. And that I don't see any power in this place that even comes close to this, right? Like this is literally living godhood. So what greater power is there to give up?
I mean, yeah, then it is she needs to go into there and then give her the power. So dip.
Dip. Yeah. Okay, yeah, you guys dip her in, and she kind of just there's like a pause for a second, and the mists shake, and you almost hear like a scream from the mists as and like the walls of the cavern crack a little bit, and then the mists retreat from the stairs, like going back up and out into the darkness. And all of the liquid and light in there drains, and it like pulsating wave rushes through the whole area. And you just see Vin lying there bleeding, barely conscious, and she just turns and she's like, "I'm sorry," and faints.
Scroll of Resurrection.
No, she's alive. She's breathing.
Oh, okay.
She's breathing. But she fainted.
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess now we can take care of her wounds.
That's one more legend down. I dust my hands.
Sada goes to collect the remaining beads.
Yes, we collect the remaining beads.
How many are left?
There
I
is.
would like one of those beads, please.
There. Let's see here. There was 11 missing. Wait, let me do some math here, quick. Calculator.
Because we consumed 7 or 6 between all of us, including Vim, and 1 was tossed into the pool.
Yes, 6 between all of you. 1 was tossed in the pool, and then there were this many gone already. There's 14 beads left.
I eat 13.
Oh, wow.
No.
I guess Sada will take 3 and everybody and give the rest to everybody else.
Yeah, you take 3, so then there's 11 beads for the other 3, so that's 3 beads each, and then there's 1 bead left over.
2.
Oh. Everybody has 3 beads, and then there's two left over. Sorry, 2 left over.
I don't know if I want to eat one.
You could choose to do whatever you want with them.
I'm gonna keep my beads, but I'm
all right. Dylan, eat the bead. Let's see what happens.
I'm eating 1.
We've only seen the Mistborn eat it. I wonder what a Mistling or a Scout do this.
Hold up. What are you doing with the 2 left over? Are you guys keeping them? Are you giving them to Sazed? Are you giving them to Vin?
We're gonna keep them for a rainy day.
Yes.
Sazed takes Vin out of here.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Her part in this is done anyway.
Yep. Yeah. You just hear him being like, yeah, he's just kind of crying and taking her out. But yeah. You each have 3 beads, 2 left over. Who's Adele? You're eating one? Ada?
Yeah,
sorry?
I'm definitely going to eat one.
Ada, you become a Mistborn.
Oh shit!
That's what I thought would happen. Can't believe you guys were just like jacking up your Mistborn powers instead of making an army of Mistborn to serve you.
So I have 2 insta Mistborns in my pocket.
You have 3.
3 insta Mistborns in my pocket.
Yep.
But what if I'm a Mistling already?
Adam was a Mistling, and when she ate one, she became a Mistborn.
Yeah. Does that mean that my copper is higher than the rest of my...
Yes, that all of you get. I believe when you become a Mistborn, you get 3 in all stats that you didn't have before. So you keep the 2 stats that you already had, and then everything else gets a 3.
Dang, that's pretty cool. Where were you at the start of the campaign?
Right here in the pool,
guarded by the Lord Ruler.
But as long as she's conscious still, and I'm assuming she has the perk to keep burning pewter while she's unconscious.
Mistborn, presumably.
Yeah, no, she definitely would.
And then we're basically a bunch of horses now, because we're all passively burning pewter anyways. Because I was still burning it. We can definitely run her out of here and get her to some surgeons while staunching her bleeding.
Oh yeah, no. As I said, Sazed had already run her out. As you guys were collecting the beads, Hulkman Sazed has run her out.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyone else eating beads? Ada, are you out? Okay. you ate all three of yours like a greedy little.
I lick my fingers.
Yummy. Ada, are you telling everyone that you became a Mistborn, or are you keeping that little tidbits to yourself?
Presuming I'm like aware of the fact that I've changed, and I'm like, I can
you are aware.
I can tell that I'm a full Mistborn, and I'm like, then I'm not gonna like shout it to the world, but I'm gonna be like, guys, this metal turns people into Mistborn.
Okay, so knowing this, staring at these beads in my hand, what about the voice in the head? Now that we're not in that chamber anymore.
That voice? Oh, fun fact. Yeah, as you guys come out of the chamber, sorry, really quick. Cellar, did you eat your 3 beads as well?
Yeah, I might as well top myself up to a 10.
Oh, jeez.
Sweet
Metal
baby
Jesus over here.
I think we found the last boss, guys.
Excellent. So Cellar and Titan, you ate all of your beads. Ada, you ate 1 bead. And Falx, you have eaten none of the beads. Perfect. And then there's 2 left over from the group. Okay.
Can my stats go over 10?
Your stats can go past 10, yes.
It just gives you free bumps.
I have steel 16.
That is obscene.
I was gonna say my pewter with my spikes. I'm at 14.
That is nasty.
Awesome.
Nasty. Yeah, you guys leave that like cave, and as soon as you leave the cave, the that voice that voice in your head is just laughing. Is just absolutely like chuckling and laughing.
Finally, after 1,000 years, I'm free to conquer Earth.
What's so funny, buddy?
Yeah, really.
It goes silent.
But we're still able to burn stuff.
Oh yeah.
What about mine? I didn't eat anything.
You're still able to burn your metals.
No, but what about my voice?
It's chuckling. Oh, it's chuckling too.
Guys, did we make a critical error?
Well, again, the legend couldn't have been a lie, right?
The last thing you heard Vin say before she passed out after she gave up the power was, "I'm sorry."
All's forgiven.
So she has taken it into herself?
All you know is you felt a rush of power, and then Vin said, "I'm sorry," and this voice is a chuckling, and it's stronger. You know that this voice is stronger to the point where you don't want to admit it to yourself, but if this voice tells you to do something, you're going to have a hard time not doing that thing.
Especially Titan.
What now?
Yes.
What's up, Mr. Multi-Spike?
Why do you think I kept eating the beads? It was telling me to.
Well,
I'm glad I didn't eat the beads. Although I'm also sad I didn't eat the beads, because the double-digit demons over here are going to be a little concerning.
Yeah, as soon as the evil god that we just unintentionally unsealed decides to take control of our best friends and make them murder us all in their sleep with their straight 10s. No, that's basically it. That's the whole story.
Yeah, I think we will end the campaign here with a little prologue of what you guys have done. Yeah, you guys gain obscene power from eating these beads. Even you, Falx, if you don't eat the beads,
Yeah.
you still are like the spikes radiate more power than before. Like
Okay.
you're stronger. So all of you are you're stronger than you were. And that voice, it calls to you, and every now and then, it's not all the time, but it tells you to do things. And at first it's nothing too bad. It's break a wall here, smash this thing there, and then soon it's kill these people. And all of you slowly fall into a spiral of murder and depravity, as you eventually will all eat the beads that you have on you if you haven't given them away. And if you have given them away, you will track down and kill anyone who has a bead left, or kill them just for eating your share of the beads. Eventually, you'll turn on each other for the last 2 beads, and you'll kill each other over the last 2 beads until one of you is standing, and you just start rampaging over the land, killing as you please, doing whatever you please. As Ruin has essentially, the god Ruin has essentially taken host in your body in full. You've covered yourself in more spikes. You've become the anti-god, and Ruin puppets you as their ultimate weapon.
Because the pool got drained?
Yeah, Vin gave up the power. Fun fact about
it was a lie, wasn't it?
History. Yeah, it was altered. You were supposed to keep the power. The giving up the power gave the power back to Ruin.
Yeah, I was thinking, this is a perfect Eldritch God sacrifice chamber thing. I'm like, oh yes, give up your power. This will be perfect.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what are we supposed to do? It's a canon event.
Exactly.
Alter it.
But
Not on my watch.
See, we didn't have enough information to be able to make an informed decision about what to do with it. Okay, we have just one plot point. Okay, go to here, do this. Okay, might as well.
We made as an informed decision as we could have.
Yep. No, that's true. And that's, again, the point of this story was never...
I'm sad
it never ended to be this too long.
What's the point of the story anyway?
This, honestly, the point originally of this campaign was to be a fairly short campaign where you guys just kind of get murdered as a bunch of nobodies. And unfortunately, due to dice rolls and a misunderstanding of the system, you guys managed to live too long past the point of no return.
Except my character.
Yeah. I do what I can.
Except Austin. Austin's supposed to be trash. Ignore him.
It was...
Yeah, we loved your other character. It's just that one guy whose name I don't bother to remember.
Yeah. But no, it was supposed to be a darker story, which is why I went with the at the end here, someone, and I won't say who, you guys can argue which character survived and became the puppet of Ruin, but one of your characters survived and becomes the puppet of Ruin, and it was meant to be a dark and twisted kind of story. It didn't quite
Peter Pusher.
It didn't quite pan out the way I wanted it. I think if I do something like this next time, I'll have, I don't know, I'm still learning and I'm still just kind of going. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed at least it somewhat.
So I guess if one of us had drank the pool, we'd have gotten the power, but that would, and they probably make everybody else go PvP because they were thinking, oh no, you're now taking all the power for yourself.
Yeah, see, that's why I said before the session started, I was like, there might be PvP, and I was wondering if any of you guys were like, no, we had to. I was wondering if you would try and force her into the pool without, talking to her, then it would have gone to PvP. If you guys had been like, no, I'm going to take the power because that voice told me to take the power, or if I was really hoping for who knows what, but you guys subverted it, and I'm proud of you for subverting expectations. That was pretty.
If it wasn't for the legend telling us what to do, maybe, because then, okay, what do we do with this pool? I don't know.
I feel like if my spirit roll had been better, maybe we could have changed things.
If your spirit roll had been better, you might have learned some things. Yeah, there's that too. I don't know. It's
too bad Fox is a derp.
No, man. We were playing Ruin's game from the start. The whole thing was fixed.
Yeah.
We are lowercase heroes.
Yeah. Yeah.
We should just grab the pool, split it like 4 ways, drink everything ourselves.
Oh god, I just realized the other group's gonna be totally blindsided and destroyed.
I cannot wait for Titan Hellraiser to come and just be like, yo, dog, you want to see my Lament configure Torum?
The 4 horsemen of the fucking Ruin apocalypse just devouring.
It continues.
Yeah. No, it takes you guys a little while before you become the full puppet of Ruin. I think the other group will be finished before you guys fully become the puppet of Ruin. But
they'll have a nice outro then.
Yeah, exactly.
Convenient.
By the way, you all died because of this person.
Yeah. I mean, Vin lived. You guys saved Vin. That's good.
Yeah, the person I don't care that much about because she's from the books.
Fair enough.
It's okay. The canon will carry on.
The canon continues.
Kung Fu. The canon continues.
No, I think if I do something like this again, I'll care less about canon stuff. I think I'll have more of a. Again, this game wasn't supposed to be this long, so I'll have more of a concrete end to it.
Yeah.
It was also like part of the reason it went so long is because the other group was supposed to start when you guys started, and they started on your guys' session 9, right? Which really, I guess in hindsight, I could have ended your guys' campaign and then had their but I wanted to do the double campaign thing, and I think the few episodes we did have the double campaign thing, there was some cool stuff there. Because there was some neat play, back and forth between the groups. It wasn't perfect. It didn't run as smoothly as I had hoped. But again, it was a first try on this, and
and the system itself is jank too, right? So we did the best we could with
this. There's flaws in the system, so we definitely. I think next time I'll run it in a different system. Maybe I'll run it in Fellowship, because we could do a rebellion, one. Maybe I'll run it in Fellowship, and someone will run as the rebellion, and someone run as something else. Yeah,
you could do it in Fellowship if you want heroic. You could do it in Worlds Without Numbers if you want something that's more, PCs can die and what have you.
Yeah,
there are different options.
Yeah,
but thinking about you could have run this longer and have more back and forth between the groups, but the big canon events kind of railroaded at the ending, because okay, Lord of is dead. Okay, that spells the end of the campaign pretty much, because that's the end of Rebellion, guys. There's nothing to rebel against.
Yeah.
But if we continue being low level, undermining people working there, we could have dragged this on for next 10, 20 sessions more.
Yeah. But that's the problem is you guys were never started off quite low level. Your first thing was low level, and then you went immediate to taking down the ATM mines, which in all fairness is on the books, because in the books they're just not guarded. They're just shit guarded in the books, which is why weren't they better guarded? And maybe I should have had them better guarded and killed you guys there. Maybe I should have done that, but I wanted the other, and maybe I should have just killed you all and then restarted you all and had the other players join then. That's in hindsight. But I also was kind of intrigued by the fact that you guys were able to just storm it, because that's what they should have done in the books in some ways. I don't know.
Mines of Half-Sin didn't change much because you go in, you free the slaves, you kill the people. Great. Next week, the next noble comes over with a new batch of slaves, and their mines are back and up and running. What do you do then? Welcome to being an empire.
Yeah.
So
that's I don't know.
I guess it would have been nicer to have some kind of structure to the rebellion where our actions actually impact what's going on. I think cities without numbers had some stuff some bigger corporation schemes that you can influence in some way without going full on the faction system and not have you.
Yeah.
Okay. As it was, we're just we're doing this thing. Okay, that helps rebellion. Okay, in nebulous fashion. Yeah.
Well, no, there were some bits where it was you helped take down this house. You guys actively took out a house or two.
And
we took out a bunch of them, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but none of that mattered because, Callister died, whatever, and then Vin killed the Lord Ruler, and that's the end of it. Doesn't matter if there's 5 or 10 more houses or not.
Well, no, because you guys did change, because in the books, House Venture controls the whole city, but you guys gave Hastings the plates and enough intel that now they have a foothold in the city. So you guys did do some things, and the other group doing some stuff. I don't know.
I mean, we influenced things on a small scale, but the big stuff was still below. Above our pay grade, which is all right.
As I say, this was the first attempt at this kind of a campaign, and I don't know if it's necessarily my strong suit as a DM. So that's part of it. And then part of it was, I didn't strategize it quite as well, and there was some flaws in the beginning. I think it went as well as it could have for the first time. I think if we do this again, we'll go in knowing a bunch of things and having a better beginning, and a better foundation to do this. I wouldn't be opposed to running something like this again, or better yet, I wouldn't be opposed to being part of something like this. Maybe not necessarily running it myself, because as I say, it's not necessarily my strong suit. I'm not politically intrigue minded, so running a politically intrigue campaign is difficult.
It wasn't bad. Just we figure out what we wanted out of this game, and then go from there.
I think this was a good testing the waters for this type of a campaign, and I do think we'll go back to it. As we're recording all this, I figure this is probably kind of our outro. So because we're going over our topics. So listeners, we might come back to this kind of thing. Let us know if you like it or not, I guess. And we'll look into some different things. I think maybe there's...
Does everyone else like it?
Yeah, what did other people think of?
It took me a while to get into it, but I did start liking it.
Especially when we started getting the pewter going.
I realized, getting into the Mistlink, that took a while because of, you don't want us to start with it, which is fine. But then it turns out that, be a Mistlink pewter, that's the cheat code for this system.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate... As I say, the system had flaw. It's really hard, and I think I mentioned this a while ago. I don't know if you were in here, Peter, for it, but because you came slightly later into the game.
Yeah.
But I mentioned that the system, unfortunately, the weakest part of the system is the fact that it's tied to the book. Yeah. And the book is based on a very deliberate hero arc kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So having, like in a book series, having a Superman is cool and fun and it's interesting. In a RPG campaign, having Superman is less fun and cool and interesting because it's, how do you stop Superman? Like
Kryptonite.
Well, yeah, right. Like
after the people he cares about.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like that's it. Is unless I start killing, hordes of ska and like your friends and families, it's kind of hard to do anything to you. And yeah, it's the flaw with Mistborns is that, like, as you say, once you're a Mistborn, you are Superman. Whereas Mistlings are kind of, I don't know, maybe it would have been better to make you all Mistlings and say you could never be Mistborns, and then you would have had to work together more or would have had to do different strategies. And again, that's one of the things going into the next game. Maybe whatever system or whatever kind of thing we run, we'll look at that more closely and see.
We got to try and see what things could be overpowered or exploited, kind of a deal.
Yeah.
I mean, I play with the whole nobody into Mistborn, and Mistborn early on is really weak because you get 3 dice to do something like, okay, this isn't really anything. Meanwhile, Peter Pusher by this point could be like rolling 15 dice or something.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. And other than that, the magic system from the actual setting is kind of boring. Because, okay, if you're a Mistlink and, okay, I'm the cloud, copper cloud, I can shield everybody else from doing that thing, which means I myself, my powers are to enable others, and that's all I can do. Great. I'm a support character. Which is like, okay, not really that great stuff for a PC. Or like, okay, they have powers that work well in pairs. Like, iron and steel. Great. Push and pull. But if you only have one of them, then okay, you take a big boulder of metal, toss it, and then, okay, you have to go and retrieve it because that's it for your powers. Great.
Yeah. Yeah. As I say, the book, again, being from a book, it lends itself to that story arc where they have the ultimate team of push and pull and this and that, and everybody does their part, and it's a heist kind of movie. We're getting the team together, we're pulling a heist, and then they have the one or the 2 superhero characters who could do everything because they're superheroes, and one's an apprentice and one's the master, and it's like that's the book, right? That's it. So it is tricky to run that as players because, as you say, like, well, Dylan, you played a Copper Cloud, and how'd you feel playing a Copper Cloud?
For the first, I'm going to say almost half of our series, I was useless to the point where even among the other characters in my group, they're like, well, what exactly are you even going to do to contribute? And I'm like, nothing, because every time I Copper Cloud, we're going into danger and it's going to happen to us anyway. So, it wasn't even a guarantee that it would keep us from getting caught while using our powers, right?
I mean, definitely... It did help. I will say that. Like, if
the thing is that anytime it worked, you didn't get to really see it, right?
Yeah.
Like, the thing is it was completely non-conclusive. So it's like it felt like I was carrying around an anti-tiger rock.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
But we didn't see any tigers.
One of the things that I found, I know we created 2 characters. But once me and Peter became Mistborn, I had no desire to want to play my second character. Yeah. But I almost feel like a system where it's like if you played one character one session, you had to play it the other session.
Yeah.
For me, it was like opposite. Okay, Mistborn character at the start is very weak, so you need to push more XP into it. After you push like 20 XP, 30 XP, or whatever to turn them into Mistborn. Versus the other character was actually getting more interesting because, okay, it's like more influential, more rich, whatever. That was the character that I actually wanted to play, but they weren't a combat character. So I was just like playing them in the Never.
Yeah, because like my other character, Zaredmond, like I've got a bunch of XP saved up on him that I just haven't put into anything because I haven't felt like I needed to. And I kind of built him as like the warrior physical kind of class. But as soon as Titan could burn pewter at a super high rate, it just dwarfed my other character.
Yeah.
I had no reason to play it. So I feel like forcing a back and forth between sessions for multiple characters is something we got to do.
We're gonna take a real quick break here and say goodbye to Dylan. He's got to go, so I'm gonna hit.
Bye, Dylan.
I'm gonna hit stop recording just a sec. Just stay. Everybody, stay here. And we're back. Yeah. Yeah. We're
Definitely like once you start getting pewter. Yeah, that is the strongest character around here.
Yeah,
because like pewter definitely just makes combat way too easy. You just basically steamroll. Like I would say steel push is probably one of the next better ones. Just because there was quite a few instances where coin shot just fucking, or pardon my language, riddled us, and but a lot of the other ones, just kind of like looking into them, there's just like I didn't see any reason to ever use bronze to detect allomantic pulses.
Sinai was fine, for example, but
it's
a little bit of those emotional ones at times, maybe, but
yeah. Thalx used the emotional ones, right?
I liked and I think I would have used it more, especially once I started expanding different emotions too.
Yeah.
We just take I know, by the Masquerade, they just run this as like their class. Okay, give presence and potence and celerity and so on there. Somewhat balanced powers.
Yeah.
And then another thing I was going to mention, like we never really dabbled into the resilience of like reputation and willpower.
Yeah, the other group has dabbled a little bit. Again, I will admit a large part of the failing is on me as I'm not a politically minded person or a intrigue. Like I don't do intrigue well. I need more time to set up intrigue, so it's a lot easier for me to set up like here's a combat session than for me to set up like here's this crazy political intrigue story, and you guys are going to be like attacked on a psychological and a social level. That's tricky for me to set up. It's not really in my wheelhouse of things I'm good at. I'm trying to get better at it because I think it A makes for better stories and B makes me a better DM in general.
Chat GPT.
No one will listen to us.
Oh no, we will not outsource our writing. All this shitty writing will be done by me, I swear.
I have enough ADHD chaos in here to sustain all of us. It's just like you're ever short of ideas.
But yeah, so like there's that was definitely parts of it. And yeah, I think if I do another thing like this, it'll be I'll have more of a network ahead of time and more of a strategy ahead of time. And I don't know if I'll go with a book series or not. With the book series, it gave me a framework of, it sucked because the book drove some plot along and in more areas than one. But it also gave me framework for a bunch of the intrigue and political stuff so that I didn't have to come up with that on my own. I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah. Honestly, it doesn't seem that the Mistborn contributed all that much of like making the game more interesting, I guess.
Which didn't contribute, sorry?
Well, Mistborn in general, like
Oh
if
yeah.
we played something similar in a different system, different setting, probably would have been a little bit better, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, as I say, the reason I went with this setting is because it had the political intrigue set up and the houses and the like. It had the framework for me, and I just wanted to test out how this would roll and how this would do. And so I think this was not. It was not a complete failure. I would call this a success. I wouldn't call it a great success, but I would call it a success. And it showed that, if we do something in a different system or setting, I think we can do it better the second time, which I think is a success. If
I'd think so. Yeah.
yeah, because
We got the hang of it.
Yeah, it was, as you say, Peter. Like if you're looking at this and saying, well, I think this would be better in a different setting, and I think we could do it better, then I would call this a success as a test run, as a dry run, for lack of better words. But
it's definitely an interesting test of the system and what have you.
Yeah. We also never fully played the system properly because the system is real weird when you actually try and play it. There's a lot of dice rolling in the actual system.
And it feels the regular system is probably like a lot more long form for a lot of these plans.
Yeah,
you're doing a lot of intrigue and planning and talking and dice rolling to prep for the big moment.
Well, like the system has you. Peter read probably a bunch of it too, because he did that little blurb to like help mitigate some of the issues. Where it has you like roll. Everybody like rolls wits, and then you start with like the best wits goes first and the least wits goes last, but then your actions are the least wits goes first and the best wits goes last.
No, it's even worse. We saw about declaring, but you resolve it based on your combat score.
Yeah,
so faster thinkers think, well, declare last, whatever, but your proficiency in fighting determines who moves first.
Yeah, so it involves like you all roll wits and then you all roll combat, and then like how you declare things, there's an order, and then how you actually do things is a different order, and then you have dice left over from this thing and you have dice left over from that thing, and you can only use dice from what you declared with, and it's very convoluted.
Yeah, it makes you split your dice pools, which means that if you're not a pewter pusher with a strong physique, you'll be rolling like 3-4 dice, and that's being good at something, which means good luck in any pairs to do anything in the system.
Mm-hmm.
Because like a single die is nothing, you have to have pairs.
Yeah.
And blah, blah, blah. So
which is an odd, like, I like the concept of needing doubles. I think that's a cool concept, but yeah, as soon as you need like 5 dice to roll even double 2s as a reasonable rate, because rolling 3, maybe 4 dice on something.
Well, that's where the traits and stuff are supposed to come in, but some of them are just so broad.
Well, yeah, like
on purpose.
But even being broad on purpose, like if you're sitting at a 3 and you have 1 or 2 traits, again, you're only at a 5, which a 5 again is not bad. You have decent odds of rolling doubles, but
5 is good for 1 roll. Now have fun splitting that so you have any defense.
Yeah, exactly. That's the exact thing. Is like, okay, you're like, and are you defending against 2 things, 3 things? Are you defending against 1 thing? What, like, you have nothing in the way of doing that. So I don't know. I think maybe if we had done that and then you had no defense, then you would have taken more damage, which would have killed you faster, which would have been somewhat the goal of the system. I don't know. There's learning curves, but no, I think I do think there's some neat things neat things we have learned from this campaign, or at least and listeners, just really quick. I know I'm saying like this campaign's over. This group is done. The other group will have a few sessions. So you'll notice this is not actually the last episode of this campaign. The other group will have some sessions past this.
Awesome.
But this group has their story arc has finished. And I mean, honestly, the best thing out of this is we have started the other group, and M and Caitlin are really enjoying playing and having lots of fun and want to play other things once this is done too. So like, if at worst case scenario we got some more people to play with, is that so bad? I don't think so.
It can be continued.
It can't, yeah. And there's other things. I think, yeah. Dylan was saying he potentially wants to run something. Austin, I might try and pester you to run something, or Peter.
Yeah.
Taylor, I don't know if you're fully comfortable or ready to run things yet.
Don't get me like with my ADHD mind, I like to like think of adventures and stuff like that. And I like to listen to like D&D style stories on YouTube. So I get lots of creative ideas for campaigns. I just don't know if I'd be like able to properly narrate it. You know what I mean?
And that just takes time playing. As you play more, you'll feel more comfortable and stuff. And that's fine. Like if you don't want to, that's fine. If one day you want to, that's cool too.
Yeah, because like there's this like, you know, a little bit of a shout out on YouTube. There's a channel called Dingo Doodles, and they run a campaign called Fool's Gold. And I kind of liked the story and the realm around it, and that's something I've kind of been interested in playing with people. But yeah.
Didn't like they make a campaign setting technically for that setting as well?
Yeah, like they have
Kickstarter.
Yeah, they were on Kickstarter. They had like over like $2 million in backing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They've got like the books and like miniature figurines and stuff like that. But it is along the lines of like actual like D&D and stuff like that. But yeah.
We'll see where it goes.
Yeah.
Anything else about Mistborn?
I think we're good.
No, I learned to enjoy it, and it was fun.
Yeah.
I still loved our shenanigans.
Our shenanigans are always just the best.
The shenanigans.
Yeah. I think as far as just overall Mistborn, it was interesting. There was some flaws, but overall not too bad. And
I was surprised to see the guy that actually wrote the Mistborn books be one of those guys that's the proponent of like, oh yes, we need hard magic systems and so on and so on. Then I reading up here in this RPG how this magic system works, like this is kind of gimmicky, whatever, and just barely holds up together with duct tape from, you know, the perspective of this being like some sort of adventure series. Like,
yeah,
could be better.
no, he's. Yeah, I think I don't know. I don't know who he hired to write the RPG system or who he got, but yeah, it doesn't hold.
RPG itself is another thing. I'm just saying that in general, like, okay, this is a hard magic system. Sure, it has rules, whatever, but it's not that interesting unless you're a Mistborn that has all the powers. And so on. So like, okay, why do mistlings exist? Why do copper mistlings exist? Or I know atium mistlings potentially.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. I don't know. There's like he's written like if you look into the guy who wrote Mistborn, he's written like 1 million books.
Yeah, all the books are like connected too.
And yeah, they're all like he has a bunch of other like magic systems and stuff, and they're all interconnected technically, and like the world that you guys are on, the Mistborn world, is one of the worlds, and there's characters who like travel between worlds and do different, like, it's a whole, like, again, I think you have to read like 18 books to get the full plot or something, and it's a lot.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, and then there's also like, this is quote unquote Mistborn era 1. There's also like future Mistborn books where they do have guns and other things, and like that's kind of interesting. Maybe that would be interesting, but and there's very little atium, because spoilers, atium is the calcified body of ruin. So it's a whole, I don't know, there's a whole like deep lore to all this that we never went into and never quite, I don't know. It's there's some neat stuff for an RPG, which is why I did it, and also because I just read the books and I thought, could be fun. But like, yeah, I think, I don't know if it was fleshed out, because as you say, as a player, and even as a GM or DM, I felt bad for Dylan sometimes, because he was like, now he did a bunch of cool things as Ada. Ada had some good moments, but just being the nature of, okay, I burn bronze and I protect the group. That's my job. And then there's Falk throwing boulders, and there's somebody else, shooting coins out of their pocket, and there's somebody else pulling metal towards them, and there's someone else influencing the guard to be scared and run away, and there's someone else who's, rioting the emotions of the onlookers, so they start throwing rocks at people, like, and here I am keeping everyone quiet. Like, it's as you said, Peter, it needed to be looked at from a player perspective on some of the abilities and things, and just been like, okay, well, why do we play this, and what does it look like, and is it balanced? Yeah.
Is it balanced for fun is the thing.
Yeah, balanced for fun. Yeah.
It's like, it is extremely useful to have that great passive walk around, but it's just not fun.
Super, yeah. Like, super useful. And you guys never used the listening power, but like that would have been super useful too. But like, that would have been one guy being like, oh, I detect an enemy coming, and you guys would have had like an action or two before the enemy got there. That would have been their power, is giving you guys a bit of prep time.
Yeah, like, I really only used that ability the one time when we were stealing the plates.
Yeah. So like, and then also like the problem is if a copper cloud is clouded, like, I don't know, there's, again, it works really well as a book, because a book can tell a specific story, and you're like, oh, cool, these guys work with those guys, and that guy did this thing, and like, oh, this guy made a mistake. But then when you're trying to play it as a RPG, or as a kind of narrative, like a flowing, ever-changing story, it's like, oh, okay, well, who wants to... Again, I don't want to word this in a way that because especially with Dylan not here, I'm not trying to belittle Dylan's character, because Dylan had some really cool moments, and I'm proud of Dylan for running the character that they did, because it definitely made it helped you guys
all of our shenanigans.
Yeah, it helped you guys, and B, it also shows how strong of a player Dylan is, that Dylan's able to run, a quote unquote weak character and still make them interesting and fun. So,
which is a challenge.
Which is a challenge. It is. So props for Dylan to do that. But like, someone new to the system, like Taylor, for example, and no shade at Taylor, but Taylor, you've never really played much before. So you running, I don't know if you would have been able to run a character like that. I think you would have struggled and been like, well, this is no fun, guys. I can't do anything.
I feel like I probably would have tried to find something that I like. Like, I started using the bow on my character because I typically like archers and stuff like that in other types of games. So I kind of put my own twist on that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying you would have had to do that because running it as quote unquote written, you wouldn't have been able to. You know? Yeah.
Although at the beginning, Titan was a weak nothing character, but I was playing my second character because he could do stuff.
Yeah.
So I see what you mean.
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly it. Right. So I don't know. It's yeah. That's our thoughts on the system. Anyone else have any last thoughts?
I enjoyed playing with you, Peter, for a campaign for the first time.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was fun playing with you guys.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we'll end it there. I was Ian, the GM.
I was Austin, the first and only to die.
I was Peter, also here, taking all the power.
Nice.
And I was Taylor, playing Titan.
And Dylan was here too, but he had to go to bed. And we are sponsored by nobody. Signing off.